Hi, Pep Stars. We're going to go to the final questions in the Social Studies 2023 curriculum-based test. We're jumping right into it. You're seeing that I'm already on the paper, so let's go. Which of the following national symbols / emblem should not touch the ground? And that's the national flag. That's a rule. Move on to the next question. Examine the diagram below, then use it to answer item 22. Diagram showing the structure of the Jamaican government. So there's the monarch, then the head of state, and then we have the arms of government. You have the legislative arm of government, the executive arm of government, and the judiciary arm of government. So the correct answer is A. Not sure what's happening. I'm going to put on my device. Oh, I have too much work. All right, let's move on to number 23. Who is the monarch representative of Jamaica or in Jamaica? That's the Governor General. Grade 6 teachers. What name? A grade 6 teacher asks her students to conduct a research what qualities do people need to live at the national level? Which would be the most helpful in gathering information to answer the question on the board? Autobiography of Marcus Garvey, picture collage of national leaders, biographies of former Jamaican prime ministers, a news article about the contribution of the mayor of Kingston. So the biography is a tell-all or a historical piece or involves all of that. It's just a memoir or writing on the lives of the persons who are writing it. So you would definitely benefit most from the biographies of former Jamaican prime ministers because they have led the country. Let's move on to number 25. In order to become the Prime Minister of Jamaica, a person should have attended university in Jamaica and obtained a degree, have already served as a councillor in the local government, be a member of the House of Representatives, or be a member of the judiciary. So we know that A and D are out of it, so we're looking at B and C. So this is just a method of how we can narrow down our answers. So the person doesn't have to necessarily serve as a councillor for the local government, but they must be a member of the House of Representatives. So the correct answer is C. Let's move on to number 26. Which of the following is the responsibility of the central government? And the central government doesn't name the road in a local community. Cleaning the cemeteries and parks are part of the municipal corporation's duty, and also maintaining the market. So the correct answer is building roads, schools, and public hospitals. Let's move on to number 27. It says, read the information below, then use it to answer item 27. Breaking news. Thieves steal 29 cows from farmer in Rocktown about 3 a.m. on Tuesday, April 13, 2022. Would likely be used by the court to determine the proper punishment for the thieves. Laws on theft, laws on cruelty to animals, views of Rocktown community, views of cattle farmers who had similar experience. The correct answer is A. These C&D does not really apply. Those are opinions, and they're not actually committing any cruelty to animals. The correct answer is A. A grade 6 student was conducting a research and found the paragraph below very useful. Read the paragraph, then use it to answer item 28. Since January 1, 2019, the government of Jamaica imposed a ban on single-use plastic bags and other plastic items. The ban covers the importation, manufacturing, and distribution of these items. This has resulted in an increase in the use of environmentally friendly replacements, which is most likely the focus of the students' research. Why do governments impose bans? How long do bans imposed by the government last? Which other countries have placed a ban on single-use plastic bags? How has the ban on single-use plastic bags or single-use plastic items affected Jamaica? The correct answer is D. The others don't apply to the passage. Why is it important for citizens of Jamaica to vote in every election? Jamaicans should vote because it is their civil responsibilities. Their names are on voters list. They don't want their name to be taken off the voters list because the influence of campaign advertisement. The correct answer is A. It's a civil responsibility. Examine the map of the Caribbean below and then use it to answer items 30 and 31. Which of the following show the location of the Atlantic Ocean? This is the Atlantic Ocean here. So the correct answer is A. The landform labeled at II is an example of A. Let's look at it. II is here. Let's look at the answer is continents. That's not correct. Isthmus, peninsula, or island. The correct answer is isthmus, and this is the isthmus of Panama. Move on to number 32. Read the information in the box below, then use it to answer item 32. Mr. Jones recently purchased a plot of mountainous land. His desire is to plant crops for sale. He has scheduled a meeting with an agricultural officer to find out the best way to go about his farming without negatively impacting the environment. Question, when asked, would most likely provide Mr. Jones with the information he needs. What are the times most appropriate for planting crops? Which crops are ideal for this plot of land? Which farming practices should be used? How often should crops be fertilized? The answer for number 32 is which farming practices should be used? Number 33 says examine the map below, then use it to answer items 33 and 34. Map showing the projected path of Hurricane Anne. Where was the eye of Hurricane Anne located at 8 a.m. on Friday? And we can see the eye of Hurricane Anne, or the eye of the hurricane is followed by the black dots. So let's look at 8 a.m. Friday morning here. It was 70 degrees west and 25 degrees north. Let's look for that answer. 70 degrees west, 25 degrees north. And the correct answer is C. At 8 p.m. on Monday, the eye of the hurricane was projected to be at 28 degrees north and 82 degrees west. Which area would be affected? Parts of South American continent, parts of the Florida Peninsula, the Isthmus of Panama, or the Bahamas. It's about 8 p.m. Monday here. The third time this is happening, I'm gonna really have to. Here is Florida. It's a part of the USA, it's Florida. Look for the answer with Florida. Parts of the Florida Peninsula. 35. Oh, I remember a student was telling me that this page was boring. If I can, I'll write it down below. The answer is for 35, but let's continue. The diagram below shows coffee farmers in a mountainous area. Examine the diagram, then use it to answer item 37. Which recommendation would most likely solve the problem created by the farmers seen in the diagram? Farmers should create, I'm literally reading the answer. This is the correct answer. Mulching wouldn't help. What is happening here is that we need to farm on the hillside. And what we really need to do is to create flat step-like areas on which to grow the plant crops, and this is called terracing. So the correct answer is B. Examine the image in source 1 and read the information in source 2. Use them to answer items 38 to 40. Source 1, come climb with us Mount Everest, the highest peak in the world. Did you know over 800 people make it to the summit each year? Visitors must use oxygen tanks. When climbing, it takes about 35 to 40 days to reach the summit. The Great Hike. Mount Everest popularity soared in the 1990s when international tour guides began to organize hikes up the mountain. Mount Everest attracts hundreds of mountain climbers from around the world to its slope each year. In 2018, Nepal government officials issued 347 individual climbing permits to foreign climbers and reported that 261 of them made it to the top of the mountain, along with 302 high altitude workers. Mount Everest climbing industry has become controversial as popularity of the climb has increased. There has been more traffic jams as hundreds of climbers spend too much time waiting for their chance to go to the summit. With more people, pollution has also increased near the summit as climbers often discard garbage along the mountain. Which source or sources provide information on how climbers can prevent breathing difficulties while hiking on Mount Everest? That's source one, they wear oxygen tanks. Which best describes a way in which people living near Mount Everest may benefit from this environment? The mountain provides areas to discard garbage, no? Areas for foreign climbers to exercise, opportunities to interact with foreigners, opportunities to earn money from tourist attraction. Correct answer is B. Final question. Which gives the best way of reducing the negative impact of hiking on Mount Everest? Practice terracing, increase the number of high altitude workers, restrict the number of persons who visit Mount Everest, and encourage climbers to wear protective gear while hiking. And the correct answer is to restrict the number of persons who visit Mount Everest. So there you have it. That's the end of part 2 of the 2023 Social Studies paper. Watch part 1 and also share with everyone that you know during the grade 6 examination. All the best. I might not see you before your exams. I might or I might not do part 2 for the language arts 2022 paper. I'm busted. I'm also doing my individual preparations for the examination as an extra class teacher, as well as I'm doing practices in the day, amongst other things. Delayed, please bear with me, but I wish you all the best in your examinations, and please check out all the other videos in the curriculum-based test playlist. And I said, share, 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 share. And if you know another student during the grade 4 and grade 5 examination, you can also share the channel with them because we have that content as well. All right, so I'll see you in our next video.